Finding the equation of quadratic functions. In the previous video, we discussed how to find the equation of a quadratic function given its zeros. In this video, we're going to discuss how to find the equation of a quadratic function given a table of values representing the function. We have to determine the equation of the quadratic function represented by the table of values below. In this table of values, we can notice that we can't find any zeros from the given table of values. In this case, we have to take any three ordered pairs from the table and use this as values of x and y in the equation y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. And we're going to try to solve for the values of a, b, and c. Now using the point or the ordered pair 1, 4, and using the value of x as 1 and the value of y as 4, we have 4 is equal to a times 1 squared plus b times 1 plus c. Simplifying 1 squared, that's 1. We have the equation 4 is equal to a plus b plus c. Let's write this equation on the side. Equation 1 is 4 is equal to a plus b plus c. Now let's use another point, and that will be negative 1 and 10. Using the value of x as negative 1 and 10 as the value for y, we have 10 is equal to a times negative 1 squared plus b times negative 1 plus c. Negative 1 squared is positive 1, and b times negative 1 is negative b. Thus, we have the second equation, 10 is equal to a minus b plus c. Now, let's take another point, and that point will be 2, 4. And let's use the value of x as 2 and the value for y as 4. Thus, we have 4 is equal to a times 2 squared plus b times 2 plus c. Now 2 squared is equal to 4. Thus we have 4a, and b times 2 is 2b. Now we have the third equation is 4 is equal to 4a plus 2b plus c. Now we obtain a system of three equations in a, b, and c. Now let's try to solve for the values of a, b, and c. We have to deduct the equation 1 and 2. Let's write equation 1 first. That's 4 is equal to a plus b plus c. Okay, deducting this 2, we will eliminate b. Now 4, or adding this 2 rather, will eliminate b. 4 plus 10 is 14. A plus a is 2a. Positive b plus negative b, it will cancel out. Plus c, positive c plus c is 2z. Thus we have equation number 4 as 14 is equal to 2a plus 2c. Now observing equation 2 and equation 3, if we multiply equation 2 by 2, we can also add them and get rid of b. Multiplying equation 2 by 2, 10 times 2 is 20, a times 2 is 2a, negative b times 2 is 2b, and c times 2 is 2c. Let's write equation 3 below. That's 4 is equal to 4a plus 2b plus c. Let's add them together. 20 plus 4 is 24. 2a plus 4a is 6. Negative 2b plus 2b, that's 0. And 2c plus c is 3c. Now we have the fifth equation as 24 is equal to 6a plus 3c. Now observing equation 4 and 5, we need to cancel out one of the letters, which we can choose either a or c. In this case, since It's observable that if we multiply equation number 4 by 3, we could cancel out the variable a. Now let's do that. Multiplying equation 4 by 3, 14 times 3 will be 42. 2a times 3 is 6a, and 2c plus times 3 is 6c. Let's subtract these two equations to get rid of a. 42 minus 24 is equal to 18. 6 minus 6 is 0. And 6c minus 3c is 3c. Now dividing both sides by 3, we can get the value of c as 6. Now that we have the value of c, we can solve for the value of a in equation 4. Right? Substituting c as 6. 14 is equal to 2a plus 2 times the value of c is 6. 2 times 6 will be 12. Transposing 12 to the other side of the equation, that will be 14 minus 12 is equal to 2a. And 14 minus 12 is equal to 2. Then dividing both sides of the equation by 2, we get the value of a as 1. Now that we have the value of a and c, we can use these values to solve for b using the first equation, which is 4 is equal to a plus b plus c. We know the value of a as 1 and the value of c as 6. Now substituting that, we have 4 is equal to 1 plus b plus the value of c is 6. 1 plus 6 is 7. Thus we have 4 is equal to b plus 7. Transposing 7 to the other side of the equation, we have 4 minus 7 is equal to b. 4 minus 7 is negative 3. Now we have the values of a, b, and c, with a equal to 1 and b is equal to negative 3 and c is equal to 6. We just have to substitute these values in our function y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Substituting 1 for the value of a, that will be y is equal to 1x squared. Substituting negative 3 as the value of b, that will be plus negative 3x multiplied to x. And substituting 6 to the value of c, that will be 6. 1 times x squared will be x squared. Positive of negative 3 will be negative 3x. And the value of c is 6. Thus, the function determined by the table of values here is y is equal to x squared minus 3x plus 6.